To perform a basic Materia Medica search, let's first of all switch to the Materia Medicas by clicking the Materia Medica tab, and then we have to click the search icon on the toolbar here, as indicated by the mouse. One click here takes you into the search dialogues, where you can search repertories, Materia Medica, remedies and dictionary, and by clicking on the Materia Medica tab you're telling ISIS to search the Materia Medicas. Now I'll just click here into the search words box and just type a couple of words like fear and dog. Now don't worry about the rest of these settings, I'll get to those in a moment, but I'll just show you that all you have to do is type one or two words, fear and dog, and clicks the search button here, and ISIS Vision will immediately display all of the entries in the Explorer tree here for all the books and remedies that have fear of dogs. Now, the books are ordered in alphabetical order of author name as before, so that you can scan down all the different books that have entries, but note here that we're in Alan's Chronic Miasms book, in the chapter called The Mental Sphere, and notice just one little thing, how ISIS Vision has found fear of dogs. So just remember that ISIS Vision automatically finds plurals of words for you without you having to think about it. Now, another advanced feature of the Materia Medica searching is the ability to use synonyms, and I'm going to illustrate that for you now. So once again we click the search button and we get back to our Materia Medicas, and this time let me search for the words fear and alone, and let me draw your attention to a setting here that says apply synonyms, which as you can see at the moment is not ticked on. I'll just quickly perform a Materia Medica search, fear of being alone without synonyms, and as you can see here we have Alan's Keynotes with Arsenicum album, anxious, fear of death, when alone or going to bed, and the search words as you can see are highlighted in red and they match exactly what you type in. Now just to see the effect of search synonyms in the search word process, I'll go back to the search dialog, and this time I'll click apply synonyms and we'll repeat the same search. Now before I do that, look at the remedy list here: Arsenicum, Hyoscyamus, Laccaninum, Lilium tigrinum and Lycopodium. But this time when I add synonyms, we also receive conium and sepia. And let me show you the difference. When we click on conium, we get dreads being alone. Notice there the synonym of the word fear has been made automatically by ISIS to dreads being alone, which you would otherwise have missed if you just used fear of being alone without synonyms. And similarly for sepia, if I click sepia, we also see dread of being alone. But that's a really nice facility that ISIS Vision offers, which is the automated synonyms. One point before we leave this, if I go back to Arsenicum album and you look at the search match here, if you want to actually go directly to the full text of the book, there is a button on the toolbar here called All Text. And if you click the All Text button, you get taken into the full text of that remedy in that book at the beginning, and you can scroll through as normal, and wherever the words you typed in occur, they're put in red. So as you can see here, this paragraph here is the one that we previously saw, but it's now expanded into the full book. And to go back, this is very important, you click matches, and then it will only show you the search matches that match the words that you typed in. So that briefly shows you how to do basic searches with plurals, or stems as they're called, applied, and also synonyms. Now I'd like to introduce you to a really nice feature of ISIS Vision which is unique to the ISIS software. Notice first of all in the Explorer all the books are ordered by the surname or last name of the author, and to look for a remedy you have to open each book in turn looking for a remedy you might be interested in. Now wouldn't it be nice if you could actually ask ISIS to show you the same information but organised differently by remedy, and I'll show you how to do that now. So once again we go back to the search dialog, and there is a facility here which says display results by book or display results by remedy. So we'll run, let's do a different search this time. We'll search for fear of the dark. fear of the dark. And this time I'll ask to display the results ordered by remedy so you can see the difference. So exactly the same processes occurs, but now you can see all the remedies listed in alphabetical order and all of the books they occur in where there is a reference to fear and dark. So here we are in Aconitum. The first book is Alan's Encyclopedia, Afraid to Go Out Unattended After Dark. And if we click here in Alan, or here in Bell, or here in Clark, we will see the appropriate text for the remedy. That's a really nice facility that you can use just when you're looking for one particular remedy, and again you can just scroll down the Explorer tree as I'm doing here until you find the remedy you're interested in. Click the little plus to open it up, and then you'll see all the books that that remedy's in. Now at this stage I'd like to introduce you to something that you really need to be aware of when searching Materia Medica, and I'm going to click on this entry for aconite in Alan's ABC Manual of Materia Medica, and I'd like you to read this text, and this is a very, very important consideration with Materia Medica that most people don't tell you about. Now we've done a search here for fear and dark, and notice how the word fear and dark are highlighted, but if you read the text you can see actually there is no direct connection between those words in this book. The reference is to fear of death and lungs intensely congested filled with dark blood. Now you will regularly find in your Materia Medica searches that this will happen, and so in ISIS Vision we've provided a way for you to narrow and enhance your search results. Let me show you how you do that. First of all, go back to the search dialog, and this brings into play all of these settings here, which I'm not going to show you all of them. You can read about them in the help, but basically the default setting and the most useful in normal practice is that all words must be in the same paragraph. Now in this case that allowed fear and dark to come together when they weren't related. Now fear of dark, if we wanted them to be together, we could try and use all words must be in the same sentence. A sentence is defined as something that ends in a full stop. Or all words must be within a certain number of words, and we call this closeness or proximity being the technical term. So for example, if I said, well, in this search the words fear of dog have to be within, let's say, 2 words of each other, and I'll show you the search and we'll see the effect on the search results. And now of course you can see that the matches have reduced significantly because we've insisted that the words fear and dark occur only within 2 words of each other. And so to enhance your searching you may wish to consider utilizing these search parameters. I'd now like to explain one of the other search parameters that you can use, so I'll click the search button once again and draw your attention to this expression, this line here which says I want you to search as an expression. And what this means is that you want ISIS to look for something specifically and exactly in the Materia Medica. So let me type in the expression everything world, if I can type properly, everything world around. This is, let's say, an expression of vertigo, and you're patient and you think your patient's expressing this, and you know that expression's in the proving or the Materia Medica somewhere, everything world about, and you want ISIS not to show you every possible match, but to only find you the exact expression everything world around. So all you do is type the words, click find as an expression and click search, and ISIS Vision will immediately show you in the Explorer tree the books and the remedies that have that expression exactly in the text as you type it. To be exact, it has to be spelt the same way, the words have to be in exactly the same order because it's an expression. Now I'd like to show you a couple of advanced facilities that you can utilize after searching. Let me get a set of search results back. Let's go back to fear of the dark, and we'll find all the expressions in the same paragraph. So here we have a list of search results. Now, at this point, you'll notice that these 4 buttons are highlighted now, which means you can actually start using them. So, for example, having done a search for fear and dark, it might be nice to know which are the leading remedies for fear of dark. Again, remember this is taken from all Materia Medica. So I'll just click the remedies button, and in just a few seconds you'll see a chart of the leading remedies taken from across all Materia Medica that have connection with fear and dark. And there's our chart showing that stramonium has 21 entries in our particular set of Materia Medica, followed by aconite and then cannabis, and valerian have the most references to fear and dark in them. I'll close that chart. You can do the same with families of remedies. So if you want to see which families of remedies are most closely connected to fear of dark, again based on Materia Medica provings and symptoms, we can get a chart showing all the homeopathic families that have a connection to fear of the dark. And I'll close that chart like so. A really nice facility is the ability to click the Combine button, and what this will do is give you a little screen that allows you to create a new rubric on an ISIS clipboard using the results of a Materia Medica search, and to create a new rubric called, let's call it Fear of the Dark, taken from Materia Medica. And when I click the OK button now, ISIS will go through every book that has an entry to Fear of Dark and will create a new rubric for us, like so, on the clipboard. So we have a new rubric, Fear of the Dark, taken from Materia Medica, with 217 remedies in it. This is a very nice way of creating useful rubrics that you might want to use later on in your repertorizations and even analyses taken from Materia Medica searches.